So everybody, let us start the class. And today's class is for practice of the function for our examination. Okay. So let's do one thing. Suppose one question is there. Suppose fx equal to root over of log of 5x minus x square by 4. Suppose basis 10. Suppose basis 10. So what should be the domain of the function? So how to solve this? As we know that so already log within log is always greater than 0. That we know. Okay, and outside is root over. Yes, you want the outside is also root over. This outside root over. So to counter this outside root over, log should be always positive. Okay, log of whatever should be always positive. Then what to do for us? Just everyone, 5x minus x square by 4. One very important thing, log x. Just see, log x is always x is greater than 0. Log 1 is 0. If x is lesser than 1, then log is coming negative because log 1 is 0. If x is lesser than 1, then log is coming negative. ठीक है ना? So if log is so, this should be greater than 1. Therefore, we can say here this is greater than, and log 1 to 0 greater than equal to 1. Therefore, 5x minus x square greater than equal to 4. So x square minus 5x plus 4 less than equal to 0. So x minus 1 into x minus 4 less than equal to 0, and apply the Webber curve. So x belongs to x मतलब domain of the function belongs to 1 to 4. Okay, डोमेन का मतलब solve for x, range का मतलब solve for y. On the domain range depends. ठीक है ना? Now if I go to the next sum, suppose fx equal to cos inverse log of x square by 2 base 2. In this case, what should be the domain? Suppose find the domain. How to find the domain here? Actually, today I am totally not prepared. Just on sheet I am solving the sum. Okay. So if you are cos inverse whatever lying between -1 and +1, since it lying between -1 and +1, therefore just wait. I have to let's see a limit for the exam. 1 minute reading. Yes. Let's get ready. First of all, in this case, within inverse should be lying between -1 and +1 because cos inverse within cos inverse x should lie between -1 and +1. So sin inverse x should lie between -1 and +1. So log of x square by 2 base 2 lying between -1 and +1. So x square by 2 lying between 2 to the power -1. So log ka definition. So half less than equal to 2 to the power 1. Therefore, we can say x square greater than equal to 1 less than equal to 4. This is a case. Okay. So there are two cases under this, and we'll take the common intersection of the two cases. Okay. So what to do here? Just see. Just see here, you're reading. 1 minute. Yes, I have opened the YouTube. Let's see. Now, first of all, x square greater than equal to 1, and we know that x belongs to -1 to x belongs to -1 minus infinity to -1 union 1 to infinity. This is the one part. If I take this left side, and if I take the right side, what will happen? We'll see here. that x square less than equal to 4. So x belongs to -2 to +2. -2 to +2. Now we'll get the common intersection. So here it is number line 0, 1, 2, infinity, -1, -2, minus infinity. Now x, if we apply this thing, -1 to minus infinity, minus infinity to -1, and 1 to infinity. If we just apply here, so here it is -1 to minus infinity, 1 to infinity, and second portion -2 to +2. So domain of the function, or actually, what is the domain? Domain is the solution for x. Okay, actually we are solving whatever we have done in class 9, 10, that is solve for out. So x belongs to -2 to -1, union 1 to 2. Let's solve one sum for range. Must prepare for the examination, everyone. Suppose if x equal to one easy question I'm giving you. 4 sine 3x square plus 1. Very easy question. Find the domain and range. Okay. So what to do for domain and range here? So domain is all real number, but for range sine theta, this is the sine theta, and we know that sine theta lying between -1 and +1. Since sine theta lying between -1 and +1, we are writing here fx का मतलब y lying between -4 to +4. So the range of the function belongs to -4 to +4. One easy question. But everybody, for range, there is no definite method. For range, you have to study different cases which you have done. Today, I'll show you just 1-2 cases which we have discussed in the class. Just see this. Suppose fx equal to x square plus 1 by x square plus 1. How to do this? How to solve this? In this case, we have to find the value of domain and range. Okay, I am writing the range. Domain तो we know. Domain is all real number. The range. So, क्या करना चाहिए अभी? There are a number of ways to solve the sum, and let's solve this particular sum. In this case, first method of solving the sum, that is x square. I am adding y equal to fx को हम y लिखते हैं. fx 1 plus x square plus 1 minus 1. Now, just calculate for this. If we calculate this, we are getting here 1 plus x square, and if we calculate this thing, we are getting what? That is 1 minus x square minus 1 by x square plus 1. So, here it is coming 1 plus x square, 1 getting cancelled, x square into 1 minus 1 by x square plus 1. यही तो आ रहा है ना, x cancel and this. Now we'll check the range, and remember one thing, always try to understand that before checking the range, check your domain. What is the domain of the function? That is the most important. Okay, in this case, what we'll do here, just see everybody. First of all, x square is present in every places. Since x square is present in all places, so plus or minus will be not a matter. If x is non-zero, if x is not 0, what will do? If x is not 0, we'll do in this way. This is a fraction. This is a fraction. What is fraction? Fraction is less than 1. Lying between 0 and 1. Meaning greater than equal to 0, less than 1. This is called fraction. This is the definition of the fraction. हम लोग को कुछ भी करना नहीं है. So this is a fraction. So this bracket, everyone, this bracket is 1 minus something. It's a fraction. If x is non-zero, it means this is a fraction, and as x is moving positive or negative, right? As x is moving positive or negative, so this is going towards infinity. This is means y. This is y. Y is going towards infinity. Y is going towards infinity. Now the question is that y is infinity, and when x is coming to be 0, x को 0 put करो, y is coming 1. Therefore, the range of the function belongs to 1 to infinity. Okay, one very interesting question which I want to show you. Actually, before that, I am already box function is very important, and you have to practice more and more question on box function. So, see one question on box function. Suppose y fx equal to cos inverse box of 2 minus 4x square. Find the domain. What to do? How to find the domain of this? First of all, within inverse, whatever there, lies between -1 and +1. Therefore, 2 minus 4x square lying between -1 and +1. So, we know that if box x greater than equal to -1, so x less than x greater than equal to -1. And when box x less than 1, everybody you have to practice. Everybody you have to practice continuously about the boxes because it's not so easy. So suppose box x less than equal to 1, तुम कोई नंबर लाइन ड्रॉ करो and x के जगह पे 1 पुट करो, box of 1 is 1. Instead of x you put in place of x you put 1.7, that is also 1. But if you in place of x if you put 2, 2 is not less than 1, right? So this is 2 minus 4x square greater than equal to -1 less than but 2. Now take one side, another side. I am taking 2 left and right, and minus was multiplying out. So minus 4x square greater than equal to -3 less than 0 minus a multiply karo and 2 4 divide karo. This is coming 3 by 4 greater than 0. X square greater than 0, it is a case. Remember this. X square greater than 0. What to do for that? X square greater than 0. X square greater than 0, it means x not equal to 0. This x square greater than 0, it means x not equal to 0. Okay, x square to always positive, x positive or negative. We are doing calculus, we are doing the real analysis. So under this, there is no case of the complex numbers. Okay, therefore x square greater than 0 only. The case is x not equal to 0 and x square less than equal to 3 by 4. What will be this? X belongs to minus a2 plus a. X square less than a square. We know this. X square less than equal to a square. So x belongs to minus a2 plus a. Therefore, x belongs to minus root 3 by 2 to root 3 by 2. But except x to not equal to 0. Minus root 3 by 2 to root 3 by 2 in between, there is a value of 0. So we will not take x equal to 0. So except the 0. Okay. I am showing you very interesting question. One interesting question. Say this, because not always solving the sum. Those who want to get the IIT examination, for them you have to analyze the sum. Let's solve one question. I am solving one question. Interesting question. Let's see this. Suppose y equal to x plus 2 by x plus 1. Find the range of the function. Find the range of the function. So generally, since it is a linear by linear, everybody I have shown you some cases, the linear by linear, linear by quadratic, quadratic by quadratic. So these cases are very important. Getting the range, it's okay. Regularly coming in the advanced type of examination, this type of question, that's the okay. But the second thing is that if we can know the graph of the function, it becomes very much easier for you to understand. Okay, let's see. So this is under the case, everybody, this is under the case linear by linear function. So to get the range of this function, so we'll represent interchange x and y, when x equal to something of y, and we'll get the domain of y. Done. So let's do this. Let us proceed for that. In this case, cross multiply equal to x plus 2. So xy plus y equal to x plus 2. Therefore, x into y minus 1 equal to 2 minus y. Therefore, x equal to 2 minus y by y minus 1. So, y not equal to 1. Y not equal to 1. Okay. So everybody, y not equal to. What will be the diagram? What will be the one more thing? One more thing. The domain of y. That is, we can write this as that is 2 minus y, and I am taking it up and normal calculate. Here y not equal to y. But if the question is coming, draw the diagram of this. This is linear by linear. This is under linear by linear. And this curve drawing, this three curve drawing is very important, very important for those who are trying for the JEE advanced preparation, those who are trying for the ISI preparation. This quadratic expression, wala, these three things is very important if you, to draw the diagram. Okay, what to do for here? Suppose I am drawing a y equal to x plus 2 by x plus 1. Say this, y equal to x plus 2 by x plus 1. So let's draw one axis. X, this is y. First of all, we have to see here x equal to minus 1 is the vertical asymptote. क्या कहते हैं? What is the asymptote? Asymptote is a line which cuts a curve at plus or minus infinity. Asymptote is a line which cuts a curve at plus or minus infinity. For example, y, I am showing you just one example. Y equal to e to the power x. Okay, this is the curve of e to the power x, and x-axis is the asymptote of this, because x-axis cuts the curve at minus infinity in this case, right? So in this case, just see once, this x plus 1 equal to 0, that is x equal to minus 1 is the vertical asymptote. So let's draw the vertical asymptote. This is the vertical asymptote. All right. This is the vertical asymptote. So let us analyze this thing. Just understand. x tend to minus 1 से ज़्यादा, थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा. Just understand one thing. X is more than minus 1. Y tend to infinity. X tend to minus 1 minus y tend to minus infinity. Okay. And x equal to, everybody, x equal to infinity. Okay. X, just see one thing. I want to tell you one thing. If y is 1, x will not exist. X will not exist. Okay? So y1 will be not there. So what will be the diagram? Everybody, you have to understand all this diagram. So 1 minute, I am drawing the diagram. So this is the, already you have done all these things, must be prepared. So this is the thing here, and this is the minus 1, this is the minus 1, and this is money line parallel to x-axis, y equal to 1, it will not touch. So in this way, like quadratic by quadratic curve. Okay, so one more diagram, just one more very interesting question I'm showing you. Let's see one question. One very interesting question I'm telling you. Suppose find the number of roots. Roots of 3x equal to 1 by x plus 1 whole cube. How to solve these type of sums? Think by, everybody, think all these things by, if we apply the asymptote way, whatever I showed you, this is more important, and increasing, decreasing, the another way. Number of solution का मतलब derivative करो, increasing, decreasing try करो, or maximum minima try करो. ये some ways to solve this type of sums. Okay, so in this case, what to do? We'll tell you. First of all, let us consider fx equal to what will do? 1 by x plus 1 whole cube minus 3x. I am taking this fx equal to. Okay, then now if we do the f dash x, क्या होगा इसका डेरिवेटिव? F dash x minus 3x plus 1 whole to the power 4 minus 3. This is less than 0. This is a decreasing function. The function is a decreasing function. This function is the decreasing function. Now it has the discontinuity. Actually, it is the it has the vertical asymptote at x equal to minus 1 or discontinuity at x equal to minus 1. Vertical asymptote at x equal to minus 1 as well as discontinuity at x equal to minus 1. Okay? So fx is strictly decreasing as it is. So just see one thing, and at one at x equal to minus 1, it has the vertical asymptote. If I draw the diagram, it will be easier for us to understand. And moreover, just see one thing, what can we say here? As x tend to infinity, fx tend to minus infinity, and x tend to minus infinity, fx tend to infinity. See one thing, x tend to infinity and fx tend to minus infinity, because ये देखो यहाँ पे देखो, this is x tend to infinity, 1 by infinity 0, and fx tend to minus infinity. As fx tend to x tend to minus infinity, fx tend to infinity. ठीक है? And x tend to 1 x tend to minus infinity, fx tend to infinity. ये तो एक बात है. And function is totally, and the vertical asymptote is at x equal to minus 1. माने x equal to minus 1 will divide it into two parts, everybody. Divide it into two parts. Okay? Therefore, 1 is before minus 1. I'm drawing the diagram. 1 is before minus 1 and 1 is this. How we can check it? Just see one thing. When x tend to minus 1 minus what we are getting? Minus 1 minus fx tend to minus infinity, and x tend to minus 1 plus fx tend to infinity. So everybody ऐसे करके तुम लोग को प्रैक्टिस करना चाहिए घर में. Okay, you have to practice like this. Therefore, the function is decreasing in two sides. One is before minus 1, this vertical asymptote, and one is after minus 1. Okay, so it has two roots. Since strictly decreasing, it will, every card will cut the x-axis once. So it cuts the x-axis at two parts, that is 2 points. So the answer is having number of solution. Okay, let's do some basic level questions so that for your school preparation, for your our examination, it will be totally comfortable for you. One more thing. Suppose fx equal to, I am giving you one sum, fx equal to root over of x minus root over of 1 minus x square. What to do for this? What to prepare? Say this, everybody. In this case, we need the domain of the function. So first of all, x minus root over of 1 minus x square must be greater than equal to 0. X greater than equal to root over of 1 minus x square. So x square greater than equal to 1 minus x square. Therefore, 2x square greater than equal to 1. And moreover, x should be greater than 0. This is the most important. Why? Why x is greater than 0? Because if x is not greater than 0, so negative is coming under root. It is not desirable. Okay? Therefore, x is greater than 0. Now, everyone, now just see one thing. X greater than 0, x square greater than equal to half. So x greater than equal to 1 by 2. Okay? Once again, there is some another root over here. There is some another root over, another root over. So this also we have to consider. If we consider this, so 1 minus x square greater than equal to 0. So x square less than equal to 1. Since there is no case of negative, okay. So because x is greater than 0, there is no case of negative. What you have to do? Just simple x less than equal to 1. So three cases you have to combine. Case 1, case 2, case 3. If we combine the three cases, we are getting one calculation. So whatever I'm thinking, every Thursday I'll take we'll discuss, everybody in our batch will discuss on YouTube every Thursday. Okay, so So what is coming? This is 0, this is 1, this is 1 by root 2 or क्या है? 0, 1, 1 by root 2. अच्छा, first of all, x greater than 0. X greater than 0. This side, x less than equal to 1. This is giving us x less than equal to 1. So I am writing here x less than equal to 1. Oh, sorry, 1 by root 2 is here and 1 is here. X less than equal to 1 and x greater than equal to 1 by root 2. So three curves will combine where 1 by root 2 to 1. Therefore, domain of the function belongs to 1 by root 2. Okay, we have to prepare like this. One more sum. Let's finish. Suppose e to the power x plus e to the power fx equal to, that is equal to e. Find the domain and the range of the function. How to find the domain and range? First of all, let's find the domain on the basis of domain. Generally case, everybody do generally case. First तो input then output. Okay, input छोड़ के तो output नहीं हो सकता. So that is why first domain then range. So in this case, what we'll do? First of all, we have to extract fx. So e to the power fx equal to e minus e to the power x. So fx equal to log of e minus e to the power x. Ln, actually log ln. Okay. So first of all, for domain e minus e to the power x should be greater than 0. So e greater than e to the power x. So x less than 1. X 1 से छोटा होगा. X less than 1. Okay. So x less than 1 greater than what? If you are getting confused, draw the number line at a 1. This is infinity. This is 0 minus infinity. X less than 1, so greater than minus infinity. So domain is minus infinity to 1. So domain of the function belongs to minus infinity to 1. Now regarding range, everybody understand what is e to the power x. What is the e to the power x? E to the power x, y equal to e to the power x is always greater than 0. Why I am saying? Because this e to the power x curve greater than 0 का मतलब this is the line, this line is 0. At this line y is 0. If it is, if any curve is above this line, then it is greater than 0, like e to the power x. Okay. For example, if I do the log x, so this is log x. Log some part is less than 0, some part is after 1, the part is greater than 0, like that. So it's over the e to the power x is always greater than 0. Therefore, we can say here that some positive, just see one thing, everybody, some positive, once again I'm drawing fx equal to ln e minus e to the power x. So क्या मतलब इसका? Some positive quantity is being subtracted from e, which is lesser than e. Some positive quantity is being subtracted from e, which is lesser than e. Therefore, we can write this as lesser than e. Log e to 1. Therefore, fx also less than 1. Therefore, the range of the function also belongs to minus infinity to 1. Okay. One more question. And for domain and range, everyone, there is no limitation of the question. Total syllabus for domain and range. Okay, you have to know properly the domain and range related questions. A question or be a question. Suppose fx equal to sine inverse 2 minus mod x by 4. Find the domain of the function. What will be this? 2 minus mod x by 4 lying between minus 1 and plus 1. So mod x, just I am taking 2 minus mod x lying between minus 4 to plus 4. 2 हम लोग left hand. Everybody, there are some calculations which you have to do manually, mentally. Some calculation you write. Okay. So okay, I am writing 2 minus mod x greater than equal to minus 4 less than equal to 4. Therefore, mod x greater than equal to minus 2 less than equal to 6. So mod x greater than equal to minus 2, though everybody knows. Everyone knows mod x greater than equal to minus 2. Okay? So this is not under our consideration. Mod x greater than equal to minus 2, mod x less than equal to 6. Mod x less than equal to 6. Since mod x less than equal to 6, so mod x less than equal to 6, x belongs to minus 6 to plus 6. Okay, everybody. So I'm leaving up to this. And remember one thing, for domain and range is extremely important for total calculus, total preparation. Domain and range is not limited to function, it is limited to total calculus. You have to know this properly. Actually, domain means what? Domain means we are solving for x, our input. And range means on the value of x, we are finding the value of y. Okay, everyone?